Hey guys, so a few days ago I was up in the tree stand and I was thinking about the next video to make and trying to figure out what to do. And I thought what I wanted to do was I wanted to do something that was simple so you guys could do at home with some basic hand tools. And then I started thinking about what to do with that, and I started thinking about clothespins. So I got two cool projects to do for you guys with clothespins that you can do at home with basic hand tools. Let's get building. Alright, the first thing I'm going to build is something for your nightstand. Now, I don't know about you guys, but at night when I go to bed, I plug my phone in to on my nightstand, and if I get a text, my phone goes off while I'm laying in bed. I go to look at it, my phone charger falls on the floor. I gotta lean over, minor inconvenience. When I come in to plug the phone in, I gotta bend over to the floor, pick it up, minor inconvenience. Well, this solves that minor inconvenience, and this is something that you can do with basic hand tools. Now, I'm going to use a chunk of ripped down 1x4 that I had in my scrap bin. You guys could use, if you go to any craft store, they have these small, like 3.5 by 6 by 9 small pieces of wood. You could use those. I used to buy those all the time back in the day, but I have all the scrap wood used. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to just come up with a measurement in my head, and then I'm going to just go with it from there. So it's going to be really basic, really simple. So, taking my scrap wood, I'm going to go with, see, my phone is about 6.5, and I'm going to use a clothespin, which I got 100 pack for $2 at the dollar store. So, can't beat that. So then, you take this, I'm going to set it on there, give myself, I want to go the lengthwise on it. No, I want to go this way. Definitely going to go this way with it. And then I want my 6.5, so I'm going to cut this thing about here. So I'm probably going to cut this thing about right in here. I don't have a marker, so score it. This is just simple, quick, easy. It doesn't have to be perfect. I got some along the way. Now, you know what? I'm going to show this with basic simple hand tools. I'm not going to use the vise, but I am going to use just a saw. So, alright. Alright. That was simple enough. So, you got your block, and you got your clothespin. Now, to do this, I'm going to take my stapler. Normally, you'll glue it and staple it, but this is just a prototype. So, I'm going to twist the clothespin like this so I can get access to this back piece right here. That's what I'm actually going to use to staple through. Gotta get the staple actually in it. There you go. So I got one staple in it right now. Slide your clip back over, and there's what it looks like. Now, here's the phone charger. So you got your phone charger dangling. Open it, snake it through there. Keep that on your nightstand, and it's not going to go anywhere. Plug your phone in, out, and it actually holds the cord in place, so it doesn't slide all around really easily. That is your basic simple one. Take that, sand it down, stain it the color of your nightstand, which is what I'm actually going to do. But right now, I'm actually going to build the one that I'm actually going to have, and I'll show you guys that when that's done. Alright, I did this a couple years ago, and it's came in pretty handy for my family in the past few years. In the colder winter weathers, which we're getting into right now, the kids are outside playing, the gloves or hats get all wet, or if you're like me and you're out hunting in the snow and it's snowing on you, your gloves and hats get all wet, face mask. Or if you're in a global pandemic like we are now, it also suits for that too. So what I did, very easy, very simple, is I just took a board and I attached these clothespins with some glues and some staples. So they've been up, stained it to kind of basically match the cabinet, and I hung it right over the sink. So any water that's going to drip down, drips right in the sink, no big mess. So let me show you exactly how easy this is. So, gloves, you're out all day, sledding, boom, right over the sink, dries. Oh no, you're out hunting, hat, face mask, right here, right there, dries. Or national pandemic mode, mask, boom, don't even gotta clip it on, slide it right over the top. Works great, and that not to for like drying purposes, but it's right by the door, so that works out great for that. Grab it on the way out. Or if your work requires you, or at school you need a lanyard, boom, lanyard right there by the door. Now, if you don't have the cupboard to set up over the sink, I'm going to show you guys an option on what to do. Okay, so to build this, there's going to be two different ways you can do this. The first way is going to be simple, easy, no hammer involvement at all. Second way, you can use a hammer. So, first thing you want to do is, if you want to do this, because this is more for a temporary basic, take out during the winter and then put away after the winter. The first thing you want to do is you're going to want to measure your sink. So we're going to use this as our sink. So this is our sink. So you'll measure it, and it is 18 inches. Alright, so you're going to want to go longer than 18 inches. So let's go 22 inches just for fun. With this, you can get, I'll use 1x2. You can get that at the store relatively cheap. If you go to Home Depot, they'll even cut it down to like a 2-foot section for you, and then just use 24 and you're really good to go. I think most sinks are like 24, 36 something, 30 inches, pretty sure. So, I'm going to go to 22. Again, you might already have it pre-cut, and measurement really doesn't matter as long as it goes over your sink. So I'm going to measure it out to 20, I said 22, I said 23 for fun. Let's take my saw. So if this was a this is more like a 1 by 1 1/4, but if you had a 1 by 2, so you do the same thing. So again, you're gonna lay it out. Again, take your clothespin, get yourself that cross pattern going on there, so you can get to that back side. Again, glue will probably hold all right by itself. You've got a good enough glue, so you wouldn't need the staple gun if you don't have the staple gun. You could also pre-drill into the back and use some small screws or some small nails. I use a staple gun because it's really easy, and it is yet to split on me. But usually I would glue it and staple it. But for demo purposes, I'm literally just going to staple it. All right, and then you grab this one, and if you want to get really technical with this, you can measure it all out, get it all nice and even. Or just kind of wing it right now. This is a good project to get the kids involved with, especially if you only use glue. Because it's just simple, easy to do, and it'll make them fun. So, you'll do that, and then you're just going to repeat the whole section down. And then you'll have this. And then you'll just set this in your sink. So you can, and you probably only will use gloves on this, or little mittens, but that'll keep it in your sink and that. But now if you want to get fancy, now we can get fancy, because this will go all the way all around your sink. So let's build some legs for it. So let's say we're gonna bring it up. How wide is this? This is just over 16. So we'll go that. We'll cut this board right in half. Two legs. Alright. And I would recommend getting some sandpaper. You can hand sand all this if you like. So we got the legs, now we're going to need some feet to stabilize it back and forth. I'm going to go 6 might be enough, maybe. If not, we can go bigger. Let's go 8 just to be safe. So 8. 16. Again, you'll be using probably 1 by 2. It's what I would recommend. I'm using this because it's scrap and I have it laying around. So, and with wood prices right now, I don't want to buy a bunch of wood for something I don't really need. Okay. I got my feet, my legs, and my main base section. So, these are our feet. Let's nail the feet on first. Get all technical. I'm just going to kind of wing this. These will be long enough. One in there. So this one's spin a leg. Yeah, call that a leg. About middle. Again, I'd probably glue these, glue it and nail it. Realistically, I probably just end up screwing it just because that's a lot easier. Drill them and then screw them. But for basic, simple, easy stuff, a hammer and a saw is going to get you through this project. Alright, and we're going to nail the legs and feet on.
What are you making?
We'll see, buddy. Alright, so I really hope people know that you're standing right there, because if not, that's really weird. So, I thought that was going to happen. Apparently my Vice is not a very good camera stand. Okay, so you got your feet, legs, and you'll take this. Again, you'll put more across there. But then you'll take your sink, you place it right over your sink, and there you go. And then when you don't want it, take it off, put it in storage. If you really want to get creative with it, and if you only got one nail in there, it'll actually fold right up. If you only want to use one nail or one screw, I'd recommend nails if you're going to fold it like that. Put it in a cabinet and drawer. Comes winter time, kids are getting everything all wet. Pull her back out, spin everything back into place. Hang up your mittens over the sink. Quick, simple, easy. I went 8 inches, feet, legs, 8 inches. This was the width of your sink, and there you go. Now this is a bonus thing I'm actually going to do. I actually was looking online for things to do with clothespins because I bought 100 of them. So, this is the bonus. I built this with some hot glue, popsicle stick, a pop can lid, and a bit of cardboard. You have a cool catapult. All I did was I literally just hot glued it all together. So, kids will like this. I had to build 2 for my kids. This is actually one of theirs. So you put something in it. You got triple power pullback, and it flings it out. Fun project for the kids, and then they can fling stuff all over the place.
Where did that go?
That's not my fault. That is your bonus clothespin idea. That takes 3. You could go crazy and do even more, because it looks like it sits pretty level. You probably could go a lot bigger, but I don't know.
You should go bigger.
How that would figure out. That was your bonus clothespin idea. Alright, so this is done. This is going to be the actual one that I use at night when I go to bed. I'm going to set this on my nightstand. As you can see, I did a different one. I took a scrap of plywood. I beveled the edges with the router, so it'd be nice. I had some anti-slip foam stuff for drawers left over, so stapled on the back. I think I probably should have glued it instead, but it's on there now. It's nice and stained. I ended up actually trimming the clothespin down so it wouldn't go over, so I kind of have it a little more centered. But easy, simple, basic thing. I'm legitimately going to use this in my bedroom. So you guys, again, you can build that on your own with basic, simple hand tools. Dad's Christmas is coming up. Build one of those for your wife and have your kids decorate it. Have them color all over it, paint all over it. That'll be a great gift idea. Grandparents, that'll be great for them. That way they don't have to bend over and pick up their stuff. Again, minor inconvenience, we can fix that. And then you had the idea of the thing for your gloves and stuff like that, which I said we use that because we have 2 little kids who like to get wet, and then I go out and I get wet fishing and hunting. So those are some cool ideas you can do with basic hand tools. I literally just used a hammer and a handsaw, and if you want, throw some sandpaper in there, decorate it the way you want. And I think it'd be really cool, especially with holidays coming up. That's it. This has been Nailed It Builds. Thank you.